Hello YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to another YouTube channel for everybody. I'm so excited to have y'all back here together again. Now in today's video, and this was actually a video I was not planning to do, I was only planning to do 5 videos this week, but I guess you're getting a 6th one. So this past weekend, we got Comic-Con. The Marvel panel was on Friday, July 22nd, and we got a panel for the Marvel Studios animation stuff that we are getting. And we got some announcements, we got some trailers, we got some stuff, and I actually want to talk about it and rank it from my most anticipated stuff. So let's go ahead and rank all 5 of these animation projects that we got announced at Marvel Comic-Con. Now, this is a series that I've always been very skeptical for, because, you know, Baby Groot was one of my favorite parts about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, of course, but, because, you know, he's just so adorable. But I think the idea of making a series of just Baby Groot doing Baby Groot things of just 5 shorts, it's not the most eventful thing to do after this long-running franchise. I feel like that fits well for the animation, like those pop figure character things, those little shorts that they do. I think it fits well for that than it being in the MCU. And it even said, like, it's actually from the creators of Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, basically the Infinity War stuff. But overall, I'm gonna watch it because it's Marvel Studios, it's Baby Groot, which is one of the cutest characters. So it looks cute, but that's all it is. It just looks cute. So while even though I'm not fully excited for it, I still am gonna watch it, and I probably will have some fun with it. Now, a bunch of you were absolutely excited for this show when it was first announced back on Disney Plus Day, but this time we actually got some news and footage, or at least some pictures, as to what exactly is going to be in this show. So of course we got the X-Men lineup from the original show, and we got some new members in, like Cable and Nightcrawler coming in, but then you also got like Magneto coming in and having the big M on his shirt, as he's going to be the leader of this team, which a lot of people are speculating that the Professor X in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was, because they played the little X-Men 90s theme in that movie, they probably thinking that Professor X is from this show. It could be. I would be cool with that if they did it. And they also go to space after. I heard that at the end of that show he goes to space. It would be a cool little thing that they do. And then, you know, adding the villains of Sebastian Shaw and all these other guys sounds cool to me, and I am gonna watch it. The thing is that I did not grow up with the 90s animated show, The X-Men. So I have no nostalgia connection to this show. I just know it because it's a Marvel Studios project, though it's not connected with the MCU. It's probably going to be another universe of timeline, something like that. Though it is cool that it's actually going to be produced by Marvel Studios, so that's awesome. But I probably need to watch the X-Men 90s show first to understand this show. Matter of fact, and I probably should. I'm probably going to watch it, though. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I think about the X-Men series. Now, this was a series that, ever since they announced it at Disney Plus Day, now pretty much all these projects have been announced at Disney Plus Day. I guess, besides I Am Groot, because that was announced, like, way way before Phase 4 ever began. But, this show, the fact that we're actually seeing new footage of it has me very excited. Like, the fact that we're seeing, like, wait, let me go to this, because we have, like, first shots of, like, who's in this series. Like, we got a whole new team of heroes. Like obviously, the show is going to continue after the episode 5 of What If, which, of course, that's exciting to see Spider-Man, Black Panther, and Ant-Man's head again, and of course, Doctor Strange's cape. But we're getting a new team of heroes with Yelena, Kate Bishop, Jimmy Woo in some sort of battle form, Shang-Chi with some sort of battle armor. I'm thinking that's the 10 rings, and some sort of cape. We're getting Miss Marvel in this. We're getting the Death Dealer, who was a henchman of the Mandarin, Red Guardian, and Katie from Shang-Chi in some sort of battle form. And then, like, the zombified characters that are going to be, that we know are, like, of course, Scarlet Witch, Ghost, Hawkeye, Abomination, Captain Marvel, Captain America with no legs, of course, because Bucky ripped him in half. So, with all the looks, I think what makes me very excited for this for this series is that I just love the look that they're doing, seeing all these characters. Of course, I'm just excited to go back into the zombie apocalypse world and see how it's going to go from there, because I was a huge fan of that episode in What If. And then also, I think the biggest thing is that if you guys know, this past weekend they finally added Deadpool 1 and 2 and Logan on Disney Plus. And they're the first 3 rated R films on there. And this show, Marvel Zombies, is going to be TVMA, which means it's going to be the first rated R thing in the MCU. And I'm like, that's awesome. And if I'm being honest, like, even when I was thinking about all the projects I want to make when I grow up, I was thinking, I need to lower it down a bit, because it doesn't seem like the MCU is going to go rated R. I personally did not want them to go that far, because kids watch these films too. And so I'm thinking, if they're going to go mature, I'm going to be like, I guess I can feel okay with that, because they're taking risks. Because since they're taking risks with new stories, they're taking risks by going that far. And I love that. So I'm very excited for Marvel Zombies. Now, this was another Disney Plus Day announcement, and personally, I was a huge fan of the What If Season 1 show. I loved everything about that. I love exploring these new types of universes where everything is different. Captain Carter, T'Challa, Star-Lord, all that stuff was great. And just continuing that, I think that's going to be even better. Now, we don't really get a lot as to, like, pictures or footage of it, but we do. But what is interesting is that we do get some episodes that we should expect, which are, of course, a episode that focuses on Hela, a episode that evolves around Odin versus the Mandarin, the episode where Captain Carter fights the Steve Rogers Hydra Stomper version of the Winter Soldier, and then the episode that we didn't get from the season 1 with Warrior Gamora, where we get the episode with Tony on Sakaar with Valkyrie and the Hulk. So all that stuff sounds exciting. And just really exploring the multiverse more, because one of my big complaints about Doctor Strange 2 is that it didn't explore the multiverse all that much. And now that I'm thinking about it, What If is a great way to not only give fan service of the universe, but also explore the multiverse in different ways. Though at the same time, we want to see the multiverse in different ways of seeing past characters that we know and love, not from the MCU, but from other movie franchises, come back, like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. That's what we want to see. And so yeah, I'm definitely excited for it. Even though we didn't get a lot from Comic-Con this time for What If Season 2, I'm still very excited for this Season 2, and I cannot wait until it comes out. Now, ever since this show was announced, I was initially excited because the fact that you're telling the origin story of Peter Parker before Captain America Civil War is probably one of the best things you could do for a TV show, or at least an MCU project, as we got Spider-Man No Way Home, and it really confirmed to us that the whole trilogy, the whole Homecoming trilogy, was his origin story. And so now that we're getting the story before Civil War, before he became an Avenger, and before he became meeting all these heroes and knowing about all these heroes, he's actually going to have an origin story. Now the stuff that they put out here seems a little interesting. So let's talk about the stuff that they did. Of course, the Spider-Man suits that they put out. Of course, the suit that he's wearing in this show looks awesome. Looks pretty cool. We also get a look at his friends with Adamus Show, which is basically like Hulkling in the Marvel Universe, or Iron Spider in Ultimate Spider-Man. We got a person from that was in another a non-MCU show called The Runaways, and we get a black version of Harry Osborn, which is kind of surprising. Not the black part, the Harry Osborn being in this universe part, basically. What else did they show? I'm trying to see here. Oh, also we're getting Charlie Cox to voice Matt Murdock in this show. I'm trying to look because I can't reference everything, so you're just struggling with me here. So we got Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock in this, and he has a new suit that looks very similar to what he wears in the Daredevil series, so that looks awesome. Oh, and also we get a new lineup of villains. We also get the announcement of what villains will be in this show, with of course Doc Ock, Scorpion, Rhino, and many more. And then I think the last one I want to talk about here before we get on to the good stuff is Norman Osborn. We'll also be getting Norman Osborn in this show. Now, as much as I was excited for this show, it limited my excitement to a little bit down, because if this is just gonna take place in the MCU, like in the main MCU timeline, not any other universe, how exactly are they gonna fit Norman Osborn and Doc Ock in meeting Peter for the first time? Because didn't Peter meet a version of Doc Ock and Norman Osborn in Spider-Man No Way Home for the first time ever? Like, what? Like, how is he doing this? And so and like I even heard that maybe it's probably going to be like in another universe, but it's saying that it's going to be it's taking place in the MCU and telling the origin story of this Peter Parker. If you're bringing back these characters, you got to find some way to do that. And I think what's also pretty cool is that they're actually taking Norman Osborn and Harry Osborn and changing their sort of characteristics and stuff, which I thought was kind of nice. But if you're gonna bring them in, I hope they actually find a way to actually make it so that way they can not be like it doesn't make sense of that he met him earlier in this year, but you're gonna see him again when he meets a variant of them and he's just acting all confused. If he meets them for the first time here, he has to. Honestly, my best guess is that there's going to be something in here that's probably going to be a smoke gas or something that's probably going to make him forget about that, and then that's how we'll meet the variants for the first time. That's my theory. I don't know. That's just my theory. But overall, I am very excited for this show. Besides all the little multiversal stuff, the continuity errors, and even the stuff with Daredevil, I think maybe he could have met Daredevil. Like, he could have met Matt Murdock, but he didn't know that he was Daredevil. That probably could be, and then they probably could team up in, like, Spider-Man 4 or something. And then maybe even Harry Osborn. If he didn't, he in No Way Home, he didn't mention his son's name. He just mentioned his son. Though, And maybe he was confused. I don't know. Maybe there was like a serum that maybe made him forget about Doc Ock. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. But overall, I'm very excited for this show. I'm excited to see what it is. It's coming out in 2024, so which is kind of sad, unfortunately. But at least we're getting What If Season 2 in early 2023. So that's pretty much my ranking of all the Comic-Con Marvel stuff that was announced. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on my social media stuff in the About section over there. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.